everyone all week, and I know you text us and everything about the bad calls in the Chiefs-Texans game. The Texans didn't lose that game because of refs. The Texans lost that game because they missed 2 field goals. Because they played bad. The first opening kickoff gets returned to the 30-yard line. They have terrible punts. They lost that game because they had terrible special teams play. That's why they lost the game, and that's what good teams never do.
Correct.
The
only thing that I rebuttal on that is that at some point, though, it does feel like the Chiefs always get the benefit of the doubt of calls that seemingly are very important in a game. And I'm not saying that that's the reason they won. No way am I suggesting that the only way the Chiefs make the Super Bowl every single season, what seems like ad nauseum, is because of the refs. Right. What I am saying is that there are, without question, questionable calls that benefit them at very critical times that always seemingly gives them an out. And again, the Bengals game, that when we were down there for the AFC Championship game, and some people, if Chiefs fans seen this, they'd think that I'm some Bengals homer, which is hilarious on the internet. But my point is that you don't get called for a block in the bat that seems obvious on a punt. That's a 10-yard penalty from where the punt was caught. That's a big deal. Instead of starting at the 50, you're starting on your own 20. And then all of a sudden they march down the field, yes. And then all of a sudden, Mahomes does what he does because he gets away with it. It's just like your kids. If you take them to the store every single time and they ask for a pop in the checkout line every single time and you get them that pop, on the 5th time when you tell them they're not allowed to get the pop, they're going to throw an absolute fit because they always get the pop. They expect it. If there wasn't ever a more telling thing in the NFL, it's when Patrick Mahomes flopped like a fish, didn't get touched at all when he was on the white the other day, and then acted as if he got hit and looked back at the ref. It's because he knows he gets away with that. Right. And that's the problem that I have. When you watch a league where guys are getting hit in the face at the end of the games, again, there's a 2-point conversion that you could argue that would have gotten the Bengals in the postseason if they win that game. Gets hit directly in the face. Somehow, and you could give me the whole BS answer that, well, some quarterbacks have earned that right. The rules are the rules. The rules are the rules. I don't give a damn if Jake Browning or John Kitna get hit in the face.
No John Kitna slander.
And I wasn't a slander. Or Burrow or Mahomes or Rodgers, they get hit in the face, they should get the penalty. No. But then you add in the fact that it's still Joe Burrow that gets hit in the face. How is he not getting a penalty? That, to me, I have a real problem with. The analogy I used earlier, and the same thing I'm going to continue to use with the Kansas City Chiefs, and why I have you know what's sad is I have a disdain for them because it feels like they get the benefit of the doubt, and that has made them the villain for me, is it feels like Tiger Woods is basically down a stroke with 5 holes to play, and some referee comes out of the woods and says, you know what? There was a penalty over there. The game's now tied. There's 5 holes left, so anybody can win. And then all of a sudden, Tiger wins by 1 stroke, and then nobody remembers 5 holes ago they gave him a penalty. I know that that's a terrible analogy, but you already have a great team with an elite quarterback. I don't want them getting the benefit of the doubt on anything. I don't think you can say they've earned it. That's not the way that I look at the NFL. The rules are the rules. And if you're going to call roughing the passer, then you better damn near call it on every single other quarterback in the league too. And we all know for damn certain that Patrick Mahomes has gotten the benefit of the doubt. Joe Mixon said it best. We all see what's going on when you come in and you have to play here. Doesn't mean that you can't win in Kansas City. Doesn't mean that at all. In fact, the Bengals proved that you could. They came back from whatever it was, 24-3. The truth is, though, is that you almost have to be perfect because you're playing a good team. And if they get the benefit of the doubt on 1 or 2 calls, it makes them damn near impossible to beat. So, no, I'm not suggesting they only won because of the penalty. But when you get a call on 3rd and 12 and you extend the drive and that leads to a field goal and momentum, it matters. And yes, the Texans did it to themselves. They didn't win the game. They didn't make winning plays. So I'm not suggesting the Chiefs somehow got the game given to them. But I really do hope when we watch these conference championships that the game is just called in a way that seems unbiased. And we'll find out if that happens. And I hope that it does, because I hate to be a conspiracy theorist. But it does seem damn near impossible that every single time the Chiefs get a chance to have a benefit of a call go their way, they get it. And maybe I'm being blind. Maybe I have bias.
But
I'm tired of seeing it.
The one thing I'll say, and I think we've done they've done the Chiefs refs thing every day on the show this week, so I think the chat wants us to get off this. The final thing I'll say, though, before we move on, because I want to hear about your Reds experience yesterday, is the conspiracy theory thing seems silly to me because the NFL isn't some company. There isn't some guy like making money at the top. It's a union of the 32 teams. Like, the owners are the NFL. Like, it's 32 owners, and then they hire one guy to run the ship, and that's Roger Goodell. So for them to like sign off on, hey, we're gonna have the Chiefs win every Super Bowl, we're gonna cheat to have the Chiefs win, seems a little silly. Because why would the other teams do that? And you could say, well, Roger Goodell's the one pulling the strings, but the NFL at the end of the day is a union of 32 franchise owners, and I don't think that they're going to be like, I think we should, like if you're the Bills, why are you gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna take the fall to the Chiefs 4 straight times in the postseason? I don't think that's gonna play.